Have you ever tried to launch a new digital service, maybe a mobile app or an internal platform, only to find out weeks in that it doesn't scale, doesn't recover from outages, or worse, exposes you to security breaches you didn't anticipate? It's one of the most painful lessons in IT. If you don't design for success, you design for failure. And failure in today's interconnected world isn't just inconvenient, it's expensive, damaging, and sometimes irreversible. Before we dive into the details, take a moment to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with classmates or colleagues. And let me ask you, what's the biggest technology risk you've seen go unchecked in an organization? Drop your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective. Today we're exploring Chapter 7, Service Design, Risk Management, and Service Continuity. These three practices, when properly integrated, form the backbone of reliable, scalable, and secure IT operations. In this course, BCIS 5304, our focus is helping you lead in these areas, not just understand them. Because whether you're guiding a project team or advising a vendor, your role is to ensure that what gets built not only works, but endures. We begin with service design. In ITIL 4, service design isn't just a pre-launch activity. It's a holistic practice that ensures new or changed services are not only functional, but also aligned with business expectations. Fit for purpose and fit for use. Those are your twin goals. You want the service to do what it's supposed to do, and you want users to be able to rely on it. Service design includes a wide array of activities: architecture planning, service level negotiation, capacity forecasting, and security modeling. A key output of this work is the Service Design Package, or SDP. Think of the SDP as a living dossier. It contains the blueprint, the roadmap, and the contingency plans for how a service will be built, tested, and operated. And we don't just wing it, we use structured tools like service blueprints and architecture diagrams. A blueprint might map a user's online shopping experience, browsing, purchasing, tracking, to every back-end action like inventory checks or payment processing. That's not just a design artifact, it's a guide for everyone involved, from devs to marketers to compliance officers. Good service design also hinges on understanding the 4 Ps: people, products, processes, and partners. If you skip one, your design suffers. You need the right people, skilled and trained. The right products, technologies that align with your needs. The right processes, policies, and workflows that scale. And the right partners, vendors or third-party services who can deliver. Add to that the elites: scalability, maintainability, security, and you begin to see why design isn't a single decision, it's a discipline. Let me give you an example. A multinational retailer revamping its e-commerce platform adopts a microservices architecture to ensure global scalability. They build a service blueprint, identify availability requirements for peak shopping periods, and write SLAs to ensure 99.9% uptime. Their SDP includes token-based authentication, multi-region data redundancy, and vendor evaluations for global content delivery. That's what good design coordination looks like in action. It's not academic, it's operational. Now let's talk about risk, because even a beautiful design can crumble without robust risk management. In ITIL 4, risk management is embedded across the service lifecycle. You don't bolt it on, you build it in. The goal is simple: identify, assess, and control risks before they become incidents. We use tools like threat modeling, Stride, Dread, and Pasta to get ahead of threats. Stride, for instance, walks us through 6 categories: spoofing, tampering, repudiation, information disclosure, denial of service, and privilege escalation. Imagine building a web app. You ask, can someone spoof a login? Can they tamper with data? Will our logs hold up in court? That's Stride in action. Proactive, systematic, actionable. Once threats are identified, we use a risk assessment matrix: likelihood on one axis, impact on the other. This gives us a clear visual of which risks need immediate attention. Let's say you're managing a hospital's EHR system. A ransomware attack scores high on both axes. It's likely and devastating. So you implement segmented backups, secure your endpoints, and train staff. Maybe you also use the NIST risk management framework to guide controls or apply the FAIR model to estimate financial exposure. Why? Because you're not just protecting tech, you're protecting lives and reputations. Which brings us to service continuity. When, not if, a disruption occurs, how fast can you bounce back? IT service continuity management ensures that critical services can recover in line with business needs. The foundation of that planning is the Business Impact Analysis, or BIA. It asks, what's essential? What does it cost to be offline? How much data loss is tolerable? From the BIA you define two key metrics: recovery time objective, or RTO, and recovery point objective, or RPO. RTO is how long a service can be down before it causes unacceptable harm. RPO is how much data loss is acceptable. Let's say your online loan platform needs to be back up within 2 hours, RTO, and you can't afford to lose more than 15 minutes of transactions, RPO. That defines your continuity strategy: real-time replication, alternate sites, and clear playbooks for when disaster strikes. Testing is critical. Plans must be exercised regularly through tabletop exercises, failovers, and scenario walkthroughs. A flood hits your primary data center, your DRP kicks in, a pandemic disrupts in-office work, your remote access strategy activates. The point is, continuity isn't about perfection, it's about preparedness. And it's a shared responsibility. Your crisis team must include business leaders, technical leads, and communication experts. This episode is based on content from the course textbook, Mastering ITIL 4 and ITSM for Grad Students, Projects, and Certification Success, by Dr. Joseph H.Schuessler. So how does it all connect? Service design provides the architecture for delivery. Risk management ensures that design anticipates the real world. And continuity planning prepares you to recover when things don't go according to plan. Together, these practices create services that are not only functional but resilient and trustworthy. Thanks for watching. Now here's a question I'd like you to reflect on. If you were launching a mobile banking app tomorrow, which of these three areas, design, risk, or continuity, would you prioritize first, and why? Drop your answer in the comments below. And don't forget, like, subscribe, share, and keep this conversation going. You're not just studying ITSM, you're learning how to lead with it. Remember, resilient services aren't an accident. They're designed with foresight, safeguarded against risks, and prepared to recover when disruptions strike. Until next time, keep creating value.